Pete was desperate. His boss had called him in earlier in the week and said, Pete, you need to get engaged with this job or you're not going to have one. Now, Pete's in his early 50s. He's 100 pounds overweight, which he regained after losing it and enjoying an active lifestyle. He's got 2 young children that he adopted with his second wife, who is also obese. And when I asked Pete, what is it that you do for fun? He said, I'm a gamer. 24/7, if I'm not at work, I'm playing video games. And the family? So as we continued to talk, I asked about his dreams. I asked what he was passionate about. And he couldn't think of anything at first, which is pretty common when I first talk to someone about coaching. And we continued our conversation. He said, oh, I love writing poetry. I wrote a poem when I proposed to my wife. And he proceeded to tell me the poem, word for word, 5 years later. It was beautiful. It was moving, and obviously it worked. He said, but I can't make enough money writing poetry. So I asked about his career. He said, I hate my job. I have no patience for the people I work with. I'm sure there's nobody in this room like that. I have no patience for the people I work with. And he said it was never my goal or my dream to be in IT and to be a technology guy. But it's really good money. So this is what I've done. And hey, I figure in another 10 years, I can retire. 10 years! 10 more years being unplugged, being in a miserable relationship, disconnected from life, and nothing that fuels you, and just playing video games to hide out all the time? Ladies, I am here to remind you this morning and to tell you that you always have a choice how you live your life. I want to thank Sarah Leonard and the team at the Chamber for inviting me to be the opening keynote for the first annual Women's Leadership Summit. Let's give her another round of applause. And thank you to each of you. I had to go get more copies made this morning. That's awesome. Yay. Thank you for each of you for being here this morning. I just love the opportunity to talk to women about life, liberty, and the pursuit of success. I'm the success whisperer that sits beside you. I'm a performance coach. I cheer you on, encourage you to give your best effort, steer you away from self-sabotage. And I'm the first to congratulate you on your achievements, both big and small. So are you ready to start this journey with me? Are you ready to start this journey with me? Woo! That's better. All right. This morning we are going to do 3 things. I'm going to share a little of my story with you. I'm going to give you some tips and some inspiration that when you walk out this door today, you can apply it right away to increase your passion. And most importantly, we are going to have some fun, because I don't know about you, but this girl likes to have fun. You with me? All right. Now, when you hear something that resonates with you, when you hear something that inspires you, I'd like to know, so I'm going to ask you to say, oh yeah. Now, maybe everybody hasn't had enough coffee. Maybe we have some people that are a little shy, so we're going to practice. On the count of 3, I want to hear it. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah. Woo, that was nice. Now, let's see where the strength is in the room. So the 2 tables over on that side, from the gal in the orange sweater over there, on the count of 3, just the right side. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. All right, let's take these tables here, counting you guys on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. All right, center section, come on, let's do it. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. Woo! We are ready. Let's go. So picture, if you will, there's a living room over here. There's a little girl playing, about 4 or 5 years old. She hears her mom in the other room. Honey, will you come in here for a minute? Yes, Mommy. Hi, Mommy. honey, can you tell me what happened to this doll's hair? Oh, well, I gave it a haircut. But honey, why did you cut Debbie's doll's hair and not yours? Well, I didn't know how it was going to turn out. Okay, well, here, you take this doll, this is now your doll, and you give Debbie your doll. Mom! Growing up, I had passion for trouble. 4th grade, my girlfriend Kim and I, we were the only ones that went out to recess with our boyfriends because it was kind of cold that day. And apparently, right as Kim dared me to kiss Jeff on the lips, the teacher looked out the window. Came back in, teacher's like, Lori, come in here for a minute. Yes? What do you think your parents think about you kissing boys? Oh. Well, I want you to go home tonight, and I want you to ask your parents what they think about you kissing boys. Fine. Came back in the next day to school. Lori? Yes? What did your parents have to say about you kissing boys? Oh, they don't care. I didn't ask my parents. What am I, stupid? No way. 9th grade, I went away to boarding school. It was not Catholic. Freedom, got away from my mother and her strict religious ways. I got a chance to breathe. It was awesome. And I got kicked out not once, but twice. Rules are made to be broken. You all know that, don't you? Yeah. Passion. Maybe a bit misguided, but I had a passion for trouble growing up. So let's talk about where our passion goes. Now, life is a series of ebb and flow, right? So different times you might be passionate about different things. Different times you might be not feeling passionate at all. Where did it go? Well, here's a couple of things to maybe help us think about it. I had a career in theater and television, but I quit because I couldn't suppress my passion for insurance sales. Huh? Sorry, Dad, but my true passion is for making furnitures, not dams. We lose it somewhere along the way. So as I was preparing for this speech, I stumbled onto a big reminder. When we're little and you go in the toy aisle, look at this. Everything that's there for us is to get inspired, and there's magic trucks, and there's unicorn ponies, and talking dolls, and dinosaurs, and you don't sit there at 4 or 5 years old and go, I don't know if that's really real. I don't know. Throughout, we're thinking about what we want to be. Anybody remember what you wanted to be when you were young? Because we change it several times a day. When we're little, we're good at just flipping the script, right? When I was young, I was going to be the next Chrissy Everett. I wanted to be a tennis star. I didn't, unfortunately, get the talent to do that. But do you remember back? Well, there was a nurse or a fireman, or, okay, maybe they didn't have the option then to be a fire girl, firewoman. But we knew. We had ideas. You didn't have limits in terms of what you thought as a young girl, did you? As much as you do now, okay? Let me put that in. Now, how many of you, when you were young, were told, you'll never make any money at that? Anybody? Show of hands. Anybody told you won't make any money at that? Okay. How many of you were told, you've got to get a responsible job? I'll put you through college or I'll help you, but how many? Got to get a responsible job, right? But even more important, how many of you bought into those beliefs and went and got that darn responsible job to start with, perhaps? Come on, hands up. How many of you bought into that belief? I think some people aren't telling the truth. So all the rest of the people you went after your passion day one, we'll wake you up. That's fine. We'll wake you up. So some of what I'm going to share with you this morning is from my latest book called The Stress Survival Kit for the Alpha Female. I have a big thing for wolves. So that's where the alpha female comes. I teach leadership from studying the pack of wolves. Now, in this book, I interviewed 4 very strong alpha females and share their stories about passion for, one, learning to fly, another, getting through medical school, another, her passion for having a child and dealing with infertility, and another, rebuilding her life after a painful divorce. At the end of each chapter, there's a toolkit, and then there's 5 affirmations, so it can be used on a daily basis. This book has not yet been released, so you can only get it here. I will be giving away a copy shortly. And as a special, and you all will see book order forms there for you on the table to help. We also have a package today with the survival kit and also the stress survival kit for college students and the teen secrets to surviving and thriving. So if you have teens or tweens, or if you have a high school senior or college freshman, these will give them positive influence, thinking about why eating is important, more confidence, and these are great inspirational tools. I highly recommend you take home one for the entire family. The one on the bottom is my first book, which is my story. There's just a few of these that are left. They're almost gone, and I'm not reprinting them. This is my story about my 23-plus year journey with an eating disorder. Right. So let's talk about what's stopping you. What stops you when you think about something you want to do that you're passionate about? What stops you when there's something you really want to do and you just haven't found the courage yet to do that? Well, I love this quote from Katharine Hepburn. We're taught that you must blame your father, your sisters, your brother, the school, the teachers, but never blame yourself. It's never your fault, but it's always your fault. Because if you wanted to change, who's the only person that can make a change in you? It's you, right? So this is where it starts. I want to share a very important formula with you this morning. E plus R equals O. The events in your life plus your response to those events equal the outcome. I have a choice every day when I wake up, as do you. Am I going to be like, oh man, it's raining. I was going to go to that women's summit. I don't want to go out in the rain. I work from home. I'm just going to stay here in my slippers and my jammies and work on my computer. So you have a choice. You have an accident. You have a choice how you respond to that accident. Or, okay, there's some reason I apparently needed to work out. My little sister had an accident recently. Rear-ended somebody. What were you doing on your phone? Yeah, I was checking the traffic. She doesn't do it anymore. Fortunately, it wasn't too bad. But we have a choice how we respond to everything that happens in our life. How you respond determines what happens next. It's really important. And one of the things that I share every time I'm talking with someone is how important it is to take 100% responsibility for your life. Now, I have people go, oh yeah, I do. Okay, let's test that theory. You take 100% responsibility for your life and your results means no blaming anybody else, no complaining, and not being defensive. Those are 3 pretty tall orders, right? But if we take 100%, you can't say, well, but the reason I missed my deadline was because my cat ate my homework. Now, I know I met 2 students last night at the VIP reception, but outside of them, most of you aren't turning in homework anymore. You cannot blame it on other people. You cannot put it out there. Everything that happens, you had an impact in, right? Everything that happens, you had something to do with. You either said yay or nay. Everything that happens, you had something to do with. Right? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You forgot. I have to remind you. So we get caught in these, but it's too hard. I don't know where to start. I can't afford it. I am now teaching seminars about money and abundance because of all the times that I hear I can't afford it. I don't know where I would get the money. I don't want to. And hey, another hand for the Thrive Bank, right? If you can't afford it, go find somebody who can help you afford it. But how about this one? No one will support me. Oh, Laura, you don't understand. If I did this, my family, my husband, my partner, you don't understand. Do you really want to do it or not? So there's a song that talks about that. I think it goes like this. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom. Get stressed out, stress out, yell and scream, and then cry, speaking words of wisdom, have a meltdown. Is that, you're laughing, isn't that how it goes? What is it? All right, let's do it together, all right? Just the chorus. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Speaking words of wisdom, let it be. One more time. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. That's better, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Bring it. Oh, yeah. Get them some more coffee. So let's look at this beautiful picture here. Okay, who knows what city this is? Chicago. Lived there 3 times growing up. I want you to take a good look at this picture. We're going to do a little exercise together. I'm going to show you something about how your mind works. So take a good look at that picture. I want everyone to close your eyes. Okay, no peeking. Everyone close your eyes. Now what I'd like you to do in your mind is go to the top of one of the buildings in that picture. So you're up on the top of the roof. And in your mind, I want you to notice what kind of shoes you have on. Do you have on sandals? I saw a lot of boots here today. Do you have boots on? What kind of shoes? What do you have on your feet? And then notice, do you have on shorts or do you have on long pants? It can be any time of the year you'd like. Now look below you. Are you standing on concrete? Are you standing on asphalt? Are you standing on pebbles? Now this is all in your mind with your eyes closed. Listen to the sounds around you. Are you hearing the HVAC system? Are you hearing the traffic from below? Are you hearing honking horns? This is Chicago. What do you hear? And now, from where you are on that roof, I want you to walk over to the edge. Walk all the way over to the edge and look over, but be careful, there's no guardrail. And now in your mind, walk or crawl back to where you started. And open your eyes for just a moment. Now, how many of you had a negative response when I sent you to the edge of that building? How many of you went, oh, the stomach went, or the heart went? How many of you really felt the response in your body being up on that roof? Okay, close your eyes again. We're going to go back up on that roof so your eyes are closed. This time you're back up on that roof, but I want you to know that you can fly. So go ahead, go over to the edge. If you want, jump off, fly around, fly between the buildings, look at the streets. You can look at the Millionaire Mile and all the shops. If you want, hey, go out over Lake Michigan. Fly around, swoop around. Whoo, complete freedom. And now I want you to fly back to the entrance to this building, back to the entrance to this room. Your eyes are still closed. Back to your seats. You're now in your seats. And go ahead and open your eyes. Who had a different experience the second time? A little bit different, huh? Now, can you fly? Somebody can. Were you just on top of that building? Physically? Were you able to make that real in your mind? You see, this is one of the most powerful things that a lot of people miss, is that your subconscious brain does not know the difference between a real or an imagined event. And that's why visualization and meditation are so incredibly important. I could go on and on and on with awesome stories about how it helps the brain. You can spend your time in your head worrying about what you've got to get done, worrying about your kids. How many have like teenagers here? Young kids? Okay. How many like me? Dogs? Okay. How many of you worry? Oh, yeah. So you have a choice to spend the visuals in your head, and believe me, everyone has the ability to imagine. Is there anybody that thinks they can't visualize here? Okay. Because we all can. So you have the choice to visualize what you really want to happen and visualize the fear-based thoughts. That's how powerful this is. This is what happens when you live life without passion. You see, these people, well, okay, they weren't really people. They were waiting outside a restaurant in Vail. I just thought I had to take them home. They looked hungry. The line apparently was really long. Life without passion is what? Who can tell me what's like to live a life without passion? Bland. What else? Boring. What else? Got to shout it out. Unsettling. Okay. Frustrating. Anybody think it could be stressful? Anybody think it could contribute to weight gain? Drinking too much? Hiding. So, I want to remind you first of all what passion is. Passion is a noun. It is a strong and barely controllable emotion. Have you ever felt that? Oh yeah. Anybody remember their first boyfriend? Yeah. Woo! Strong and barely controllable emotion when he walked by. Woo-hoo. I had a date with Victor in kindergarten, so let me tell you, I got a lot of practice. An intense desire or enthusiasm for something. A very powerful feeling. So this is how we define passion. Now let's talk about, instead of those negative experiences, here's 5 benefits of living a passion-filled life. Now I want you to write these down, but don't write it on your orange sheets because we're going to use that for an exercise in a little bit. Okay, 5 benefits of a passion-filled or fueled life. Number 1, more satisfaction, less drama. More satisfaction, less drama. Number 2, you will reduce stress if you have a passion-filled life. Number 3, living a passion-filled life, you can discover your superwoman powers. Can I hear it?
Oh, yeah.
Number 4, living a passion-fueled life will help you improve your health. Do you believe that? Yeah. Yes. All right, so what were they? Number 1 was what? Number 2 was? Number 3 was? Number 4 was? Okay, number 5, you ready for this? More joy, happiness, fulfillment, peace, and freedom. More joy, happiness, peace, fulfillment, I think I messed it up, sorry, and freedom. Anybody in here want more freedom? Hang on, I'm gonna take a nap. Anybody in here want more freedom? Hey, there we go. So we've talked about what living a passion-fueled life is. I want to ask you each today to take the Passion Pledge with me. You ready to take the Passion Pledge? I told you we're going to have some fun. Okay, I want you to repeat after me. I am passionate. I'll tell you why.
I am passionate. I'll tell you why.
I am passionate. Not going to lie.
I am passionate. Not gonna lie.
Right here, right now, I kiss the blahs goodbye.
Right here, right now, I kiss the blahs goodbye.
Once more. I am passionate. I'll tell you why.
I am passionate. I'll tell you why.
I'm passionate. Not going to lie.
I am passionate. Not gonna lie.
Right here, right now, I kiss the blahs goodbye.
Right here, right now, I kiss the blahs goodbye.
Come on, do the finger with me. All right. Creative things come out of 3. Let's do it once more. I'm passionate. I'll tell you why.
I am passionate. I'll tell you why.
I'm passionate. Not gonna lie. That was your cue. Oh, we didn't do that well. Right here, right now.
Right here, right now.
I kiss the blahs goodbye.
Kiss the blahs goodbye.
Anybody here feeling a little more passion than when you came in? Woo! So this is a client of mine. She's so beautiful that I put her picture up here. Her name is Brandy. Brandy, when she started coaching with me, was coming, she'd been out of her marriage for a couple years, a very abusive marriage, still kind of recovering from it. Left a man who was very wealthy, a professional athlete. She had 4 young children. Brandy's passion was to have time to be available for her children, to go to their events. Now, when she left him, she went to school and she started her own career, and she was working for an Aveda salon. And she said, you know, I really want to do my own thing. She was doing skin care and all this kind of stuff. So we set a goal for her to begin her own business. And she started her own business. And I remember before she started, she goes, well, Lori, how am I going to get clients? And so we talked through all the steps of what she could do to get new clients. Within 2 months, this girl exceeded the revenue goals we set for her. In June, we all went up to my mastermind retreat for my clients in Vail. And she set a goal that by December 15th at 3 o'clock, she was going to own her own home with 5 bedrooms, 1 for each child. Now, she had the down payment from the divorce, but she just started a new business, new entrepreneur, and had some credit things to change. But she said, well, I'm going to do this. I got a text from her on November 7th. Hey, Laura, guess what? I just put an offer on a home, and it was accepted. And I want you to come to the closing because this would not have happened without you. She filled her passion. She believed it. She saw it in her mind. Man, this girl, now I don't often coach people with young people. This is an exceptional gal. She saw it. She went after it. She is blowing it up. She's now talking about opening her own salon. Why should I pay booth rent to somebody else? You always have a choice how you live your life. Now I want to take this passion one step farther. You have on your tables a yellow sheet. And on that yellow sheet, we are going to do a little exercise. First of all, I want you to contemplate that the picture that we have up here are the 7 components that I frequently speak of that we have in our life, right? We have physical, relationships, relationship not only to self, who we're all taking care of today, right? Can I hear a?
Oh, yes.
Financial, spiritual, we have our social aspects, school or career, recreational, going on vacation, what do you do on weekends? These are the components that help you to create a balanced or a best life. Who would like to share what you just learned in this exercise about yourself, be it like, woo, I'm rocking it, or, I need to get engaged? Who would like to share? Yes?
I had a couple passions
Yes.
that I forgot about.
Ah,
I shared, Chancey told me hers. And
Yes.
I was like, oh no, that's mine too. I completely forgot.
that's That's right. She and her new BFF share the same passion. She forgot. That's awesome. Don't you love that? When I first did a similar exercise to this, I realized how much I missed golfing. I'm a huge golf fanatic. In the past couple years, I've just been working. But I do want to say that 4 weeks from tomorrow, I'm leaving for Maui to celebrate my, you ready for this, 60th birthday? And golf is what I'm going to do. Okay, who else would like to share? I know I saw another hand. Who else? Yes.
For me, I guess I realized in saying it out loud.
Yes.
I spend a lot of my time, I have a team, kind of lifting them up and mentoring them, which is awesome. But I realize I have put a lot of my own passions, like my own
Yes.
writing, on the back burner, and I need to make some time for myself. And I think it'll, in the long term, make me a better leader if I'm taking time for myself.
Wonderful. Give a round, but for both of them, sorry, give a round of applause. Now, here's the thing. There's a wonderful analogy I have about this. And as women, somehow we innately get this thing that we're just supposed to give and give and give and give and give, right? Until we're nothing. Picture a saucer and a cup. Did you know that what you are here to share with other people is what overflows from the cup into the saucer? It's not, here, I've still got a little left in the cup. Go ahead. No, it's my last drink. I know, go ahead. No, it's what overflows. Because you got to keep the cup full, or what do you have, right? Thank you so much for sharing that. That was wonderful. Who else? Somebody over here. Yeah?
I learned that right now, the way my life is, I don't have time to spend on each of my passions. And since there's no more time, I'm going to have to really prioritize dividing and balancing between my three passions and aligning them.
That's awesome. That's a start, right? You put the time there. You create the time. You say, even if it's 5 minutes a day or 10 minutes a day, right? You can sing in the shower. Anybody passionate about singing? You can practice in the shower. It's awesome. Thank you for sharing. Round of applause. Thank you. Anybody else? Yes.
It dawned on me when I wrote down my passions that all of us, a huge majority of us in this room, might already have a piece that's why we're here in Steamboat, is we did follow our passion to be somewhere outdoors or skiing.
Okay, put me to shame, but I just moved out in Castle Rock, and I have to worry about coyotes now with Nico. Nico's out there fluting, 115-pound Malamute. I have a 115-pound 95 Malamute. I adopted him at 7. And yeah, the coyotes come and want to play with him. And he's out there going, you want a piece of me? Anybody else? One more. Come on, one more. Who wants to share? Yes.
I'll say I noticed that when you share your passions, it makes it easier to connect with
It
the
does.
person in front of you.
Yes. We love to share. We're women. One of our best gifts is the gift of collaboration. And you know, when I have so when I coach clients, we have weekly sessions, but once a month, all of the clients get on the phone together, and they love hearing, "Oh, I'm not the only one. I was just over here doing my own thing. I thought I was the only one." Yeah, great. All right, round of applause. Thank you so much for sharing that. Well, I promised that I was going to do it. I have not just a book. I have this beautiful Vera Bradley butterfly bag. It's huge. It's awesome. So this is in here, copy of my book. Also stickers. My inner 6-year-old is alive and well, guys. I can't tell you. And then this is, you are entirely up to you. So this has little notepads and sticky notes and fun things. And then at events, I always give away chakra candles. The one I brought today is a positive energy candle. Now this is a small one. I buy big ones. You can find these in Vitamin Cottage. They're Aloha Bay. Every event, you come to one of my events in Denver, you'll see these and it'll be like, pick out the color you want. Okay, so, and then I will autograph this for you after the program, a copy of the stress survival kit for the alpha female. Now, anybody know how to win a drawing? Huh? Did somebody say you have to enter it? Yeah, there's always some smartass that says that. Thank you for that. All right, how do you win a drawing? What are we working on? Our minds. So What are you going to hear in your head if you want to win this drawing? That's right, my name. Think my name. Okay. All right, let's see. Wow, it's a lot of forms, not business cards. Let's see. Let's see who really wants this. Whoops. So, I have Christy Ringer. Christy, come on up. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
There you go. This girl's got a strong brain, a strong mind right here. Isn't it fun? Don't you love gifts? I love doing events because I like doing gift bags. They're so much fun. All right. So we talked about where our passion went. We talked about what's stopping you from pursuing your passion. Now let's talk about, okay, so transformation isn't the flip of a light switch. So what can you do? What can you do right now today? You can succeed. You're a pelican, not a cat pelican. I like silly stuff. Anybody like silly stuff like me? Okay. Another little exercise to show you something about your brain that you might not have known when you walked in today. So I want everybody to stand up. And I want you to have a little elbow room between you and your neighbor because we don't want to smack our girlfriends in the face. All right? So here's what we're going to do. You're going to stand and you're going to point your right hand in front of you, your right finger out. Okay? Stand where you are. Do not move your feet. Keep this part of your body stable. And I want you to turn and point as far behind you as you can. And notice where that point is that you get stopped. Okay? Can't go any farther. Bring it back around. Put your hands together. I have to do this because bring them in front of you. You're not going to move your arms because there's always somebody that moves their arms. So I'm going to have you fold your hands. Visualization exercise, girls. This means we are going to close our eyes. Everybody close your eyes. Hands are folded. In your mind, I want you to do the same thing we just did. So in your mind, eyes are closed. You're going to take your right arm out in front of you. In your mind, your arms are not moving. Point your first finger. Now turn behind you in your mind. Take your arm around behind you. This time go farther than you did before. Take it farther, farther. Wow, look at how far you went. Now bring your head back around. I don't see any Linda Blairs. I don't see any 360s. No heads are spinning. Okay, now open your eyes. You've already done it. Let's do it again. You just visualized it. You ready? Arms out, back around, farther. Woo! Did anybody go farther? Can I hear it? Woo! All right. What does that tell you? Go ahead and have a seat. What does that tell you? That tells you that, again, the mind doesn't know the difference between a real or an imagined event. And the mind can help your body make gains. The mind can help you make gains towards anything you're visualizing that you want to do. I am going to put a disclaimer on that and say that it's a positive, healthy, good for you kind of thing. Okay? Isn't that pretty cool? It's instant. This is part of why I love sports. Because I watch I'm a huge tennis fan, pro tennis fan, and you watch somebody, they're down 2 sets, and all of a sudden they go, wait a minute, their body language changes, they start picking, and they come back and win 3 sets. I was a huge Andre Agassi fan. Now I'm in love with Rafa. I'm a cougar, I can't help it. Rafa Nadal. Whew, yeah. So we have to have these things, right? I have a passion for tennis. So anyway, you can see people's mindset in an individual game. It's why it's so powerful. Now, Maya says, my mission in life is not merely to survive, but to thrive. And we're here today to what? Whew, that was bad. We're here today to what? Thrive. Yeah. And to do it with some passion, some compassion, some humor, and some style. Gotta keep these things in mind. Now. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So what can we do? The first thing we can do is we can own our superpowers, right? Anybody here ready to own your superpowers? Okay, so there's this little saying, it goes, when I'm good, I'm very good. But when I'm bad, when I'm good, I'm very good, but wow. Are a lot of you guys young? Let's add some passion to it and say, when I'm badass, I'm better. You ready? When I'm good, and when I'm badass, I'm better. Right? Anybody here like to be badass like me? Woo! Oh, yeah. There we go. All right, so own our superpowers, own your badass self, and then, okay, you got to make it real. So I just moved into a new home in February, and I have a 3-car garage, and the first thing that came to the house after my closing was this. That's called a placeholder. Don't laugh. I don't think it looks that much different. And those cupboards manifested too. My brother's a general contractor. 2 weeks before I moved in, he goes, was it you that wanted the cupboards? I got a kitchen demo next week. Free. So I love sports. I love speed. I love fast cars. I had one. I will have another. I found that in Office Depot, $15. I was like, yeah. So what happens? Every time I walk in the garage, I see what? My Lambo. Okay, so I might start with a Ferrari, but I love cars. So, second thing, I want to encourage you to do one thing every day that scares you. It can be little. Your passion, right? It's going to scare me to take this time because I don't think I have the time, but I'm going to do it. And I want you to say yes to opportunity. Anybody want to continue on this passion journey? Oh, yeah. So that, well, there was my eagle to inspire you. Are you inspired? Sometimes I get so in the moment. Here we go. Now, number 3 is really important, and number 3 is really building the foundation. So I need to know if you're on the train. Because what you put in your body determines the level of energy that you have, determines how clear your mind is, and determines your ability to reach your big goals. Everyone that I work with, we start with nutrition. Got to have a clear mind and clear body, because if this is, if this is what you're putting in your body, you could end up like this. I'm just saying. Now, usually when I bring up this slide, women go, but Lori, I love my wine. Oh, yeah. Somebody's got to keep it going. I gave up wine and processed sugar a long time ago. My body is over it. My body is done with it. And believe me, I had plenty. Don't feel bad. However, sugar and carb addiction, we are in a crisis in this country. Let me share a couple of things with you. In the 18th century, the average American consumed 7 pounds of sugar. Okay, not too bad for the whole year. In the 19th century, the average American consumed 52 pounds of sugar per year. Then people got convenient, put things in frozen boxes and cans and whipped them up in microwaves, and by the 20th century, the average American consumed 150 pounds of sugar a year. It's in everything. If you're not looking, you're consuming sugar. You need high-grade fuel in order for your body to function at the highest level. Now, I'm way over here. I'm vegan. I'm healthy. Way out there. I grew up vegetarian, went vegan. It works for me. That is a choice that I made. I would, however, encourage you to think about what you eat and what you put in your body, because guess what? Food is really what? Fuel. I was waiting for somebody to go, tastes good. Every meal isn't a picnic. My mom used to think that. I helped my 87-year-old mother lose 40 pounds this year. She was in the hospital twice last year on her birthday, so we got her back to basics. In the beginning, she could only walk 10 minutes. Now she's like, well, I walked my hour, and now I'm going to the pool. 87 years old, she's killing it. What was encouraging to me is how responsive the body is. She's shrunk down to about 4'8". She was 173 when we started. It's pretty amazing. The body is very, very resilient. So we are going to play a game. So this is a little game show, and you guys are going to be the cheering section. And Gretchen, when you know the answer, you're going to say, where's the beef?
Okay.
And Kelly, when you know the answer, you're going to say, I love tofu.
Do you want to switch that?
See that? See that? I looked right at you. I said, she wants tofu, and I'm not giving it to her.
And I want beef?
Yeah. All right, so when you know, so I will read the question.
Okay.
I will read out how many points each one has, and then you will answer. You will say, where's the beef, or I love tofu. Okay, first question for 5 points.
I'm tofu, right?
You're tofu.
I
You don't have to be tofu. You can say, I love tofu. All right, you ready? 5 points. Which has more sugar, A, grapes, or B, oranges?
Where's the A?
You have to say,
I love tofu.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I
Okay,
love
you
tofu.
said A, okay.
I have to say A and then I love tofu.
Does anybody remember what I told them to do? That's why this is so much fun. Okay, yeah, I know.
I get it, I
I
get
just
it.
realized this morning I forgot my paddles, but even when I have paddles, I forget. Okay, so you said A. So here's the thing. Huh?
I agree.
You do? Grapes have 88 calories, 80 from sugar. Oranges have 132 calories, 92 from sugar. Okay. So oranges have 92 grams of calories from sugar. Grapes have 80. So no score on that one. Okay. Which food? This is for 10 points. Quiet. All right, we got to cheer them on. Okay, cheer them on. Which food has more protein? A, quinoa, or B, brown rice?
Where's the beef? A.
You are correct. Quinoa has 8.14 grams of protein. Brown rice has 5. Okay, so 10 points for Gretchen. All right, you ready? 5 points. What's the best afternoon pick-me-up? Chocolate with fracamocalaca, or a handful of almonds and a green apple?
I love tofu.
Yes.
Almonds and apples.
You are correct. 5 points for Kelly. All right, come on. Encourage, encourage. For 5 points. What does serotonin do? A, makes me feel like dancing. B, it relieves constipation.
I don't even know what it is. Yeah, I love tofu.
This is not the audience participation section. A, you are correct. Serotonin is our feel-good mood neurotransmitter, correct? Makes us feel up. Woo, it's good. That's why you like that wine, because it increases your serotonin. All right, for 5 points. So that was 5 points for Kelly there. You got that?
Sure, okay.
Okay, for 5 points, what's the #1 source of food to boost serotonin? A, Twinkies, B, turkey.
I love tofu.
Yes,
B, turkey.
you are correct. Come on! All right, so what's our score? Kelly's at 15, Gretchen's at 10. All right, we got to get her going. For 5 points, name one high-quality green vegetable. A, iceberg lettuce, or B, kale.
Where's the beef? Kale.
Yes. Woo! 5 points. All right, come on, guys. We got to encourage Gretchen. Get her going. Big round of applause. Woo! Woo-woo! All right. For 5 points, when my endorphins are low, I cry while I'm watching coffee commercials. Or B, I'm the office cheerleader.
I love tofu.
Yes,
A.
you are correct.
Okay.
When your endorphins are low, you're watching that commercial at Christmas time where the son comes in the door and the parents are still outside and he starts to fix the Folgers coffee. You know your endorphins are low. All right, are you ready? For 5 points, what's the best way to reduce stress? A, yell at the dog and watch Real Housewives of New York for mentoring. B, watch Baby Shark, do-do-do-do-do, Baby Shark, do-do-do-do-do.
I love tofu B.
Yes.
I don't know what Baby Shark is.
That's some goofy song that, anybody got young kids know what the shark video is? How does it go? Baby shark, do-do-do-do-do, Baby Shark, do-do-do-do-do, right? Hey, I don't have little kids, and I found that one. All right.
Go for a bike ride.
Okay. What's our score right now? What's our score, Tracy? 25 to 15. Give Gretchen some go power. Okay. For 5 points, name one form of exercising with your willpower.
Where's the beef?
You haven't heard the options.
Okay.
A, poop scoop the yard, or B, weight training.
What does what again? I know this one.
Name one form of exercising with your will.
The weight training for sure.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So B, so we are giving 5 points to Gretchen. She's catching up. All right, Gretchen, you can go over the top here. This is for 15 points. Woo! Name one form of exercising with your emotion. Crying and telling your spouse or kids they're worthless. Or B, Tai Chi.
I love tofu B.
Yes, B. 15 points for Kelly. All right, last one. 20 points, last one. Big, come on, rev them up. Big, big, big. Go, Gretchen, go, Kelly. Okay, what one thing will help you improve your quality of life? Can't read. Complaining about everything that's wrong in your life just to get it out. Or B, living a passion-filled life.
Where's the B?
Yes.
Living a passionate life.
Yes! 20 points for Gretchen. All right, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Awesome. Isn't it fun? What's the final score? That's what I thought. It's a tie? Good job, guys. It's a tie. We won't make you go to the wild card playoff game, though. 4 years ago, I had nothing. I'd spent the last 6 years helping teens, college students, and women with eating disorders and stress. And in the process, lost nearly everything, including my home in Southern California, to a short sale. By the time I realized that wasn't what I was put on this planet for, I found myself $150,000 in debt, about $200 a month coming in, and I was living on oatmeal and popcorn. You could say that I had exhausted all my options. I went and got a job selling ads for hotels. Little 3-ring binder that's on your desk, tells you where to eat and what to go. The most demeaning, thankless, humiliating, straight commission job I've ever had. Traveled all over the States on my own dime. They didn't even pay expenses. And as I started to make money and pay my bills, I started to come out of survival mode. And as I started to come out of survival mode, I spent my time and energy doing research into my financial beliefs because I wanted to understand what happened that I allowed fear to grip me so tightly it pulled me under. I've always made really good money. Now, as I began to shift my mindset, things got a little better. Read more, shifted more, things got a little better. And I was offered the opportunity to do some consulting, a very lucrative offer to do some consulting. And I paid off that debt in 2 years. Thank you. And just 3 months after I paid off the debt, I stumbled into an opportunity to build a brand new home. I thought it would be years before I was going to own a home because, short sale, I'd lived in a house in Denver 16 years, all that money, poof, gone. I bought the house in 06, right at the top. So I built this beautiful 2,700 square foot home. My brother's a general contractor. We put in all kinds of upgrades. I have 143 feet across. I know I'm in Steamboat, but for me, 143 feet across the back for my 2 big doggies. Dog door, it's the size of a deer for my Malamutes. The island is bigger than I ever imagined I would have. My office is big for the clients that come see me in person. Full basement for my gym, finally. I buy houses based on being able to have my gym. And upstairs, the master and the ensuite is my solace and my spa. It is huge. Built out the closet with custom build out. Have my meditation space there. Huge shower and tub. Shower's got a bench. Before I moved in February, I asked my 2 very talented nieces to create a piece of art for me that would display the mantra, the words that I repeated during those darkest days when I did wonder if I would slip through the cracks. Because I never, ever gave up. Never. And they created this for me, and this hangs right outside my office by the front door. My friends, I am living proof that absolutely anything is possible. What I teach, I have lived. I have been at the bottom. And I invested the time and energy to shift my mindset to become who I want to become. And now I enjoy financial flow and abundance and freedom. And let me tell you, it's way better than living on oatmeal and popcorn. You always have a choice how you live your life. Now, all that time that I spent talking on college campuses to sororities and fraternities, there's one thing that actually did rub off on me a little bit. They love to do a cheer. So guess what? I want to make sure that as you leave here, everybody's feeling a little of the inspiration that I've been sharing with you the past hour or so. You ready? Give me a P.
P.
Give me an A.
A.
Give me an S.
S.
Give me an S.
S.
Give me an I.
I.
Give me an O.
O.
Give me an N.
N.
What's that spell?
Passion.
What fuels you?
Passion.
What do you want more of?
Passion.
Yeah. I'm sending out a big virtual group hug, and I will carry each and every one of you with me in my heart today. Thank you so much for sharing this time with me.